Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Repeat. I am Decadent, the trained up professional, and I am so fucking excited. Jeannie and I discussed our findings in hushed voices as we made our way back to Grania's campus. The sun was already setting into the city's skyline. Our exhaustion was slowly starting to get the better of us. Oh, she looks sad. No, she's just tired. Yawn! I think I'm gonna have to hit the hay soon. We haven't found any real connection between Sissel and Herschel yet. I couldn't help but yawn back at her. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. We can always dig deeper tomorrow. Jenny suddenly broke out into another coughing fit, hunching over her scooter. Help the scooter! Her face was strained, with sweat forming on her brow as she tried to catch her breath. Cough, cough. Damn it. Oh, Jesus. Looks like I can't do much more anyway. I better get back home before Gran actually has an aneurysm worrying about me. Where do you live? I can walk you back home if you want. Ginny scowled and waved her hand dismissively. Oh, Jesus. No, I can walk on my own. Don't worry about it. Fucking ungrateful much? She straightened up and stubbornly got back on her scooter. With another deep breath and a good kick, she was already halfway down the street. Let me know if anything about Sissel's situation comes up. And she goes. You gotta hand it to her. If anything, she is independent. I waved as Ginny disappeared around a street corner inside. It's getting late. I should probably start heading back too. I don't like that hush, man. I look around in surprise. Was that Echo? I haven't heard from him in so long, I almost forgot about the little guy. You would forget about me? Man, feel a little offended. Echo's voice reverberated through my head in his usual ghostly manner, but it was startling how tired he sounded. Well, in my defense, you kind of went MIA for almost a whole week. You sound a little under the weather. Did you catch a cold or something? Can wishes even get sick? Echo's voice rasped in my head as he began to materialize in front of me. He's appearing a lot slower than usual. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my Jesus, oh my Jesus, oh my God, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, you're breaking to pieces. Holy shit, dude. Take some NyQuil or something. I don't know how to fix that. Sorry, I've been feeling rather weak lately. You've not been quite yourself. Are you alright? Echo gave me a dismissive wave and rubbed his forehead wearily. What's left of his fucking forehead? I've been better, but I'll be fine. I just feel a little drained, that's all. I gulped at the sight of Echo's shattered body. Parts of him were breaking off into blackened shards and flaking into the air. Echo's calmness in the situation made everything all the more uncomfortable. Fucking Infinity War meme. Is there anything I can do for you? I'm not feeling very well. John. Oh, that's fucking sad, dude. I've seen Infinity War, and yes, no spoilers. It's been out for weeks. I hadn't been to the movie theater in 2 years before I saw that movie. It took 2 years for a movie to come out for me to be like, I have to see it in the theater. And it finally happened. So my cheap ass, you're my wish after all. Maybe I can help. Echo shook his head with a smile. A fucking empty-eyed, crook-neck smile, just half of them disintegrating into death. Usually a wish's strength comes from the wish's willpower, but I think this is because of something else entirely. Have you noticed how the remnant has been growing stronger lately? In his appearance today, he was able to talk coherently and stop time for a moment. This thing is growing more and more dangerous. And you're growing weaker and weaker, too. Echo shook his head dismissively again. No need to worry about me. I can take care of myself. I don't think so. It's a flesh wound. He doesn't have flesh. He's made of air. Air and well wishes. I just needed to warn you. The remnant seems to have taken an interest with Sissel lately. Of course! When we take an interest in somebody, that thing... you motherfucker. Chill, spoof. Christ, I'm on the verge of an epiphany here, and now I've fucking lost it. I need Sprite. Where's my goddamn Sprite? I don't even drink soda, but I need Sprite. You know my floor Sprite? I just keep Sprite on the floor. Not a sponsor. Oh, holy shit, you're right. His camera is attached to a noose. Dude! I mean, I pretty much already put it together that Echo's going to, in some way or another, become the Remnant, but god diggity damn, dude! His creepy ass, I don't like him staring at me. Let's just move on, man. If it continues to grow stronger, who knows what it will do to him. You'll have to keep a close eye on your friend if you want to keep him safe. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. But what about you? Echo chuckled to himself quietly. I've always been the one watching over you, not the other way around. The more he's breaking apart, the more it's going from a necklace to a noose, and I don't... It's making me uncomfortable. It's a bit weird to have you worrying over me. No, don't go away, you motherfucker. Leave all the ghostly matters to me. You just worry about yourself, John. There was a sinking feeling in my stomach as Echo faded from view. I guess that there's not much I can do for him in a situation like this. But it's still horrible to be so helpless. Fuck you! I was jolted out of my thoughts as my phone suddenly began buzzing angrily in my pocket. It took a bit of a panic digging before I could fish it out. Hello, John speaking. Oh, John! Oh, John! Glad you finally picked up. How you doing? The sound of Sissel made a reflexive smile to what? The sound of Sissel made a reflexive smile to spread across my face. A little interesting wording there. I'm doing pretty alright, I guess. Quiet, dog! Listen, buddy, I need to ask for a favor. I, kinda left my work uniform back in my dorm in Grania. It's still in that drawer under my bed. And now I can't get it, because, you know, I got suspended and banned from campus. I chuckled and began strolling in the direction of our dorm building. No worries, man, I'll go grab it for you. It'll give me an excuse to come visit you tonight. There was a faint sound of Sissel mumbling in embarrassment on the other end of the call. Damn it, now you've made things all mushy again. Well, I'm sure boss wouldn't mind having you over again. Plus, I gotta show you my plans for the cafe. There's so many improvements and changes I want to make. He's excited, yay! I'm gonna make boss's cafe into the best cafe in the world, just you watch. There was a flush of pride in his voice as he rambled excitedly about his plans to improve Herschel's business. He seemed to catch himself in his ramblings and cleared his throat in embarrassment. Yeah, just the tie. Anyway, I can't do all of that without the proper work uniform. Could you get it to me by the end of today? I don't want to show up to work in a ripped tank to top again. Tank to top, apparently. Aw, I'm sure a lot of the customers appreciate the bad boy look it gives you. It's pretty cute. It's not professional. Anyway, uniform, grab it. I'll see you soon, thanks. With that, Sissel hung up the phone with a smack. How the hell do you... How on a smartphone do you fucking end a call with a smack? I don't... Does he have of course, he is poor, so it makes sense he probably just still has a flip phone. Surprising he actually has a phone at all. Who's paying for it? Is it like a minute phone? I don't know. Track phone? It was so fun to rile him up like this. So cute. Back at the cafe. The sun was already setting into the horizon by the time I arrived at Herschel's cafe. Passion and ambition will always lead to the downfall of great men who cannot forego their pride. The little bell in the cafe's door jingled softly as I ducked inside from the summer heat. I took a moment to enjoy the wave of cold air conditioning waft across my face. Fucking same, dude. Hey, Sissel, I grabbed your uniform for you. Yeah, give me a moment. I stopped mid-sentence and slowly took in the sight right in front of me. There was Sissel, teetering across the cafe with 3 plates of delicate chocolate desserts balanced on each arm like a tightrope walker. Dude, I fucking miss being able to hang up a phone by the way, like, we're done. I miss that shit. I love that. You can't do that by like, alright, fuck you. Come on, fucking... Okay, there we go. Like, it's not as fucking... You gotta have a snap to it. That's the most times I've ever snapped in my life. Only this was more delicious. All of my favorite things in one package. This is almost dreamy. Sis was walking steadily like a practiced waiter, but his arms wobbled with the weight of so many plates. Oh, Jesus. Do you mind giving me a hand, John? Or a hand, John? I bet he wouldn't mind giving you a hand, John. Or are you just gonna stand there and gawk? What? Oh, right. I wiped the drool I wiped the drool from the with a sheepish grin and grabbed 2 of the plates from Sissel's load. Did you know all about Sissel's load? We placed them all behind the counter with a satisfying clink as each plate hit the hard surface. Sissel promptly groaned and slumped behind a display case in exhaustion. You'd think carrying plates would be easy, but it really tears up your arms after a while. It'd probably be easier if you'd just carry less at a time, dummy. That'd take forever, though. Aw, here we go. He's so happy. I've got so many plans for this little cafe. I gotta get stuff done quickly. I glanced around the cafe curiously. The place seemed much more shiny since this morning, as though someone Windexed and polished every surface in the dining area with a commitment to shine them into mirrors. Good Lord. This place is looking pretty good already. What sort of plans are you thinking of? Sissel immediately perked up and began pointing around the counter with excitement. I've got plenty in store for this little cafe. Boss is pretty happy with what I've done so far. Oh, we got a CG work. John looking excited at the I'm not getting distracted by Sissel's body, yeah. Sissel kind of thick, though. Look at the difference in the width between his waist and his shorts. Good Lord, dude. Motherfucker, that's another Animal Crossing remix! I know that anywhere! That's like, Fucking, you cannot hide your Animal Crossing remixes from me. This is 2 now. This is 2. 2 different Animal Crossing remixes in the one motherfucking game. There are a ton of fancy new desserts on the menu now. I've made a ton of them today and people can't get enough of them. I felt my mouth water again as I leaned into the glass display case on the counter. Cakes and desserts of all shapes and colors glistened behind the glass. They all look so damn good. I'm sure business is going to get a lot better with so many options. The regulars seem to like it so far, but most people don't know about the new menu changes yet. I'm going to have to start handing out pamphlets and ads to let the neighborhood know what we've got new and improved menu items. Aw, look at them! Though I think the sweetest dessert is behind the counter. And most of them are chocolate, so I hope you like them too. I'm making all of them personally. What? I didn't quite catch that. Nothing. Just try the chocolate desserts. They're good. This is like chocolate heaven. I'm making it my goal to try every dessert at least once. Sissel's face flushed and beamed with pride. Good to hear you're enjoying yourself. His eyes wandered through the empty and dim cafe. His ears twitched with a hint of anxiousness. I hope Boss is half as happy about it as you are. Putting everything I've got into this plan. With some luck and hard work, business should be booming. And Boss is going to get himself out of all that debt. He won't regret taking me under his wing. This will work out great. The certainty, I love it. I couldn't help but smile as I looked up at Sissel. His tone was heavy with determination and ambition. My chest fluttered with warmth. I'm sure Hershel's going to be real proud of everything you've done. Oh, that reminds me. Here's your work uniform. Thanks, John. His fucking standing animation. His standing sprite still looks pissed. Oh, man. I know I can count on you. I cleared my throat loudly and ignored the heat spreading across my face. Anyway, I should probably get back to Greenie before Mrs. Corliss throws a fit again. Are you sure? It's pretty late at night right now. The streets can get a little sketchy. Boss probably won't mind if you stay over for the night. That sounded tempting, but Nah, Mrs. Corliss is going to pulverize me if I miss curfew 2 nights in a row. Hasn't curfew already passed? What? I glanced at the clock. Sure enough, it was 11:43 p.m. already. That late? I should probably run back before they realize I'm gone. Alrighty then. Stay safe, John. I scrambled to the cafe entrance and yanked it open with a laugh. I will... Will you? I immediately slammed the door shut. On second thought, I might take you out and stay over tonight. Are you sure Herschel won't mind? Well, sure. He's not gonna dump you on the streets at the dead of night. There was some shuffling noises upstairs as Herschel's voice boomed through the entire cafe. Sissel, are you inviting your crush to stay over? How could I possibly say no? You twat, shut up about the crush bullshit! We don't have a guest room though, so you'll probably have to share a bed with Sissel! Not that you would either Not that either of you will have any issues with this, eh? Oh, for the love of shut your trap, boss! Sissel's cheeks were glowing red as he huffed up the stairs angrily. Ignore him, he's just a senile old man. Probably want to shower before bed, right? I'll get things set up for you. Can we shower together to save water we can shower together. Absolutely not! I mean, we've already done that, but whatever the fuck, I guess. As soon as Sissel was out of earshot, and it was apparently still daytime, according to this picture, I ducked into the back of the cafe and whispered around urgently. Echo, are you there? God, that creepy-ass picture. 2 steps ahead of you, John. I've already reinforced the area around the cafe. The remnant shouldn't be able to get inside, no matter how hard it tries. I breathed a sigh of relief. Good. The last thing I want is for Sissel and Herschel to get hurt because of my ghostly nonsense. Are you sure you're strong enough to hold it off? Surprisingly, yes. That other wish, the Black Lady of Bradley Lake, she seems to have set up her own protection around this building when she was here. She did all the hard work. All I needed to do was reinforce it. Seems pretty straightforward. Good to know we're safe from that thing as long as one of you are here. Why is it taking such an interest in Sissel suddenly? If I were to guess, I think it's because you've taken an interest in him. Me? I think the remnant is connected to you in some way. All of its actions seem to be a response to what you've been doing. That's my guess, anyway. I felt a lump rise in my throat, and I peered out of the cafe windows anxiously. Why me? John, what's taking you so long? I've got the shower ready for you ages ago. I'm coming. I'll join you in the shower real soon. No need to get feisty, big boy. I swear to fuck, I'm gonna drown you in the sink. I smiled at Sissel spluttering before turning back towards Echo. Well, looks like I'll be calling it a night. Keep us safe, will you? I'll do my best. After a nice hot shower, alone, sadly, I let a great big yawn as I stepped into Sissel's empty bedroom.
You want to say hi, Spoof? Want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the purple? Hey, it's Spoofy. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. Hey, come here, buddy.
You've gotten huge.
You've gotten huge, dude. Hey, Spoof. Hey, Spoof.
Getting swole.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy.
From the sound of hissing water down the hall, Sissel was finishing up his own shower. I glanced around the room for a moment before plopping down onto the bed with an exhausted slump. I'd already changed into just my boxers and tank top. The cool blankets felt so nice. This was a pretty cozy way to end the day. Take note. It was rather nice of Herschel to let me stay over. All I need to worry about now is rushing back to BriAnna campus tomorrow morning before my classes. I ran a hand through my damp hair with a sigh. Now there's just the immediate problem to deal with. Hey, Sissel? I hope I'm not making things awkward or uncomfortable by sharing the bed with you. I know I joke a lot, but if you're not okay with it or anything... Oh, wait. Sissel's still showering down the hall. He's not even in the room! The room is empty. Aw, poor boy. I let an awkward groan and buried my face into the blankets. He was so ready. He was so ready. Looks like I'm the one who's really nervous about this. Calm down, John. It's just two dudes sharing a bed. What could possibly go wrong? John, were you calling for me? Oh, my. Money shot. I jumped as a shirtless Sissel stepped into the room, looking very sheepish. He looks like a rabbit, though. I want to die. He was only wearing his ripped and dirty shorts from earlier, and his hair was still wet from his shower. Color suddenly spread across my cheeks, and I gulped. No! I mean, yeah, never mind. I just wanted to say I hope you're okay with sharing a bed and whatnot. Yeah, about that. We may have a bit of a problem. Sissel scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. His face flushed as he closed the door behind him. So, this is really embarrassing. You already know that I'm not made of money. I don't exactly have a ton of clothes, let alone a pair of pajamas. Hey, that's alright. I'm just wearing a pair of boxers myself. Sissel covered his red face with one of his hands and glared fiercely at his feet. About that, my underwear is usually really gross since I kind of rewear them a lot. Ew! Ew! WrestleMania! I actually go commando most of the... Cornbread, damn it, cornbread! I actually go commando most of the time and only wear them to work too, and, the point is, I usually sleep naked to save on laundry and all that. Most of my stuff is in the wash right now, and I don't have any clothes to wear to bed. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, same. Sissel's face was a ferocious shade of red as he refused to look me in the eye, his face buried in his hands. Sorry if this makes things weird or anything, but I can go to sleep on one of the booths in the storage room. Oh, fucking, I'm not gonna make you sleep in a booth. Booth? Oh. Oh, can we sleep in a booth?
I sleep in booth.
Can I have a bic?
Booth.
Boofy boy. Dude, it's fine. We're both guys. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Are you sure you're okay with sleeping next to a naked dude? I'm more than okay if you catch my drift. So let out a wheeze as he slowly tried to calm down. The color of his face slowly soothed to a healthier shade of pink. You're an absolute twat, you know that? That's why you keep me around. Now hurry up and get to bed. It's late and you've got a long workday tomorrow. You got a long workday. If you say so. There was a terrible grin on my face as I watched Sissel skitter towards me in the bed hesitantly. With a moment of hesitation, he quickly punched the light switch on the wall. Jesus Christ, dude! You don't live in the most stable wiring place, it looks like. The room immediately plunged into darkness. Fumbling with his belt, Sissel kicked his shorts aside and dove into the blankets like a missile. I'm gonna put the mouse over the scene 2 button just in case. Did we update the C2 button, by the way? Yeah, this is what we'll see if any naughtiness happens. Just a nice little flower that'll be sure to soothe all the YouTube Puritans. Wow, that was real smooth. I can't tell if you're nervous or eager. Sissel stared straight up into the ceiling and bit his lip. Will you ever stop making my life difficult? That's no fun, now is it? There was a minute of quiet as we both settled down into the bed. The bed was a rather small one. I could feel Sissel's warm body shifting next to me. We both yelped when we accidentally brushed up against one another, as though we've both been shocked. See, this is the problem with me tuning into Shirokoi's art streams, is I've seen the beginnings of this picture, which I love it, by the way, but I knew something was gonna happen where they would be in bed, but oh my god. Where's that arm going? I'm just saying. I turned over on my side and stared at Sissel with a fond grin. You don't have to be so nervous, you know. I'm pretty comfortable with this whole thing. Do you need me to strip too, so we're both equally nude? No! This is fine! I'm just... Sissel slumped his head onto the pillow with a sigh. This wasn't exactly how I imagined our first time sleeping together would be like. I raised an eyebrow curiously. Oh? Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty happy to be close to you, too. You're a pretty cute dude, John. I just wish I had the chance to do this properly. It's frozen. There we go. You know? You deserve something better than this. Oh, always the romantic. What do you mean? You know... Sissel turned towards me with a sheepish smile, like in all those romantic movies where the guy sweeps you off your feet with his charm and attitude. And then I'd take you out on a nice romantic date, waiting, have a fun time doing dumb things together. Sissel gave an embarrassed grin as he rambled off his thoughts. There'd be parts where we'd hold hands and lean into each other and stuff. Such a fucking romantic. And of course there'd be that dramatic kiss. And then afterwards we'd both help, and afterwards then we'd be all naked, all the naked bedroom stuff. Sissel visibly deflated inside. I don't know. Sleeping next to you like this and having you already be so happy to be around a worthless moocher like me. It almost feels like cheating. My chest felt very warm as I leaned closer to Sissel with a stupidly happy grin on my face. That was probably the sweetest thing anyone has ever said to me. Really? Tell me more about this date you'd take me on, or we could always switch things up a bit. Bedroom fun stuff sounds pretty good about now. Okay, so during the stream, this is how we do it. I crowdsource the options. The top one is more romantic, the second one is more lewd. He is a very romantic type. I don't want to... See, this is the thing I'm worried about, is I don't want to, like, try to push into the sex stuff and have him pull back because he wants to do it romantically and he wants to be more romantic about it. So that's a potential downside to the second choice. For the first one, the only potential downside is passing up on a lewd scene. I can't think of a downside to the romance option, so we'll go with that one. With the sex one, there's always the feeling that we could be fucking forcing it, and he might feel forced into it, so let's go with that one. So I know your whole asking me on a date thing kind of got ruined after the whole culinary contest incident. But what exactly were you planning to do to sweep me off my feet, as you put it? Sissel retreated into his blankets with like a frightened turtle. His eyes and ears poked out of the blankets as he glared at me, his face still visibly red. You're gonna make me explain everything, aren't you? I chuckled before ducking into the blankets and snuggled against Sissel's short shoulder. He didn't protest as I pressed against him in a loose half-hug. His soft fur warmed to the touch. Oh, come on. I want to know what kind of romantic date I missed out on. And hey, who knows? You can take me on this sort of date in the future. I want to know what to expect. Sissel smiled a bit as he relaxed to our closeness. An arm gently draped across my shoulder as he pulled me close as he hummed thoughtfully. Well, I didn't have a very clear plan, to be honest. I kinda just planned to grab that trophy cup from the contest and scream, "Hey John, will you go out with me?" into the crowd. It's a pretty gutsy move. I probably would have said yes. Sissel's smile grew a little wider as he rested his head against mine. Good to know that part of the plan wouldn't have fucked up. I was afraid I would have scared you away. I guess afterwards I'd take you to a romantic dinner, to a fancy restaurant. The kind with mustached waiters and candles and fancy tiny food that can barely feed anyone. I have no idea how I'd afford it, but I'd figure something out. You had my attention until tiny food. Well, obviously we get some real food afterwards at a McDonald's or something. I'm not gonna starve my date. Dinner at McDonald's. Truly the greatest thing. You know, I just realized McDonald's, you actually used a brand name there. Brave choice. Everyone seems to be avoiding those. Truly the greatest thing I could ask for. Yeah, I know, right? Their burgers are pretty good. Whatever sarcasm I sent flew completely over Sissel's head. He was grinning wide as he rambled off about how good the menu was. I kind of feel bad for even saying it now. McDonald's wasn't bad, to be fair. Oh, and we'd need something fun to do afterwards to work off those calories. You care about the calorie stuff, right? I never actually ate enough for it to matter. Ouch. Well, sure. We could go shopping cart racing down the street. Excuse me? Sissel waved his arms excitedly as he tried to mime it out. You've never done it before? It's great. I used to do it all the time when Teach and Owen... Well, until Owen ran into a pole and fractured his leg. Ow! And then Teach knocked over an old lady. The old lady was Mrs. Quigley. Sissel, we would die. It'd be fine as long as we don't get caught. Come on, John. This date needs some excitement. It'd give us a good excuse to shower together afterwards. Oh my god, he's really, really forward now. I like it.
Excitement!
Excitement! And then we can finally get into the bedroom stuff. Sissel seemed to have finally caught himself in his excitement and noticed we were pressed up against each other. His blush returned full force as he shrank back into the blankets again. It'd be something like this, I guess. He tentatively leaned closer into me, our legs brushing into a tangled mess of warmth. This is pretty nice, actually. Pretty cozy. I laughed softly and brushed my face into his fluffy neck. Do you want to do that bedroom stuff you mentioned? Sissel mumbled in embarrassment. I think I like where we are right now. This is nice. Plus, I'd want to earn it before actually doing it. Skipping to the good part is just cheating. Aw, your whole date plan sounded like the good part to me. Sissel laughed softly to himself. Really? You think so? Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to pull it off sometime in the near future. Then we can do the bedroom stuff for real. Couldn't help but smile at his enthusiasm. Sounds good to me. A large yawn suddenly escaped my throat as I snuggled closer into Sissel. Maybe we should get to the real bedroom stuff. Sleeping. You have morning classes tomorrow, don't you? Yeah. And you've got a lot of work too. Time to sleep. I felt Sissel shift slightly, hesitating for a moment. And then I felt him lean down and press a warm kiss against my cheek. My smile grew even wider as I looked up and pecked him on the nose. Good night, John. Good night, Sissel. They're adorable! Oh, Jesus, that fucking haunting-ass picture. God damn, dude. What you've always wanted, day 12. Oh, boy.